bringing you the latest news from Lubbock High Athletics. This is the Westerner Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome into the High School Fan Zone on Wednesday night. I'm Randy Rosetta. This is 100.7 The Score. You're also watching us on Fox News Now. Daniela, did you break it to these girls that they're also on local TV?
No, I did not. It's a surprise for them.
There you go. That's a coaching surprise. Yes. We are going to talk high school sports here for the next hour and a half. We're going to have 4 schools in. We're going to have Lubbock High, Coronado, Friendship, and Lubbock Cooper. We do this every Monday and Wednesday after Thanksgiving for an hour and a half. It goes fast. These girls are probably not that interested in talking to me right now, but we're going to be done in like just a few minutes, and they won't even know that they were here. So we're going to, if you're watching on TV, we're going to start. We got a little bit different show. We've been very basketball heavy the last couple of weeks. Had the UIL realignment show last Wednesday with the 3 athletic directors, but we're gonna have plenty of basketball to talk about. I'm going to run through the playoff schedule real quick when we get started here. But I wanted to stray a little bit because we're in major crossover time right now with high school sports. It gets even heavier next week when the baseball guys get going. This week, softball starts for real, full steam, including with the first pitch. Make sure that's right. First pitch classic.
Yes.
I don't want to get it mixed up with the boys, which is now it's at 6 different fields.
Yes.
All 4 LISDs.
And then, 7. Yes.
Or actually
7.
8. Lubbock Cooper's not in the tournament.
But Memorial.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about them.
Every public school in town will have softball in it starting tomorrow morning for the next 3 days. It's a round-robin tournament. You'll see a lot of Lubbock teams there, a lot of teams from nearby, a couple from not so nearby. I'll have that schedule posted on hubcitypreps.com. I've had it up there. I'll make sure that it's prominent and easy to find. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Before we jump in, y'all know that I like to keep things light and happy here, and that's what we're going to do. But I do want to mention this real quick. A good friend of mine, a good friend of LISD, a good friend of a lot of folks in Lubbock, Texas, Joe Porras passed away last week. He was a good man. He ran all the different, I called him the guru of Lubbock ISD facilities because he was everywhere. Mm-hmm. I got to know Joe back when I was at the AJ covering high school football, and he was the guy who ran the Lowry Field press box, and his son was Matt Porras. I want to make sure I say this right. His older son was Matt Porras, who actually was on the show last year for Lubbock High Monterey Silver Spurs Week. Was a great high school quarterback. Had a younger son, Kyle Porras, who I didn't know then, but was a baseball player at Estacado. Joe made an impact on a lot of people, and that includes me. I'm going to guess Daniela got to know Joe a little bit.
Yes.
He loved LISD. He loved the Westerners in particular because his son played there. But he was a good man. I hate to see him go, but I'm glad he's out of pain and in a better place. So, like I said, we're not going to stay somber. We're going to talk about happy stuff. And we're going to start that with Lubbock High softball because I've looked up some information about Danielle. First of all, introduce your 2 players that you brought.
So today I brought Kaylin Trevino. She's a 3-year varsity person or catcher. Sorry, not person, catcher. And then Clarissa Ellard. She's a 2-year varsity.
And I saw you guys a couple times last year when I was doing my research. You guys were good last year.
We were, yes. That's the best since I've been at Lubbock High that we've done. And we actually tied for 3rd place, and then it got a little hairy. Situations happened, and it didn't work out in our favor. I've
got my notes here. 16, 13, and 2. Is that what you finished?
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
You tied for 3rd place, had to go to the little mini tournament up in Plainview. You lost to Monterey.
We lost to Monterey, yes.
And that's still...
It still hurts. We're going to keep that on our shoulders for sure. We got that chip on our shoulder.
It was a fun day for me, and you'll appreciate this because right over my shoulder in the press box was Jimmy Johnson. So I got a little bit different perspective of Jimmy JJ that I've had before because he was wound up.
Yes, he was fired. He gets very fired up.
Yes, and that were two LISD teams, but also one of his pupils was coaching the Lady Westerners. You guys lost to Monterey, had to wait around
that was the longest wait ever.
how the game after you played out, and because Monterey beat Caprock, Or the other way
They
around?
lost to Caprock.
Caprock won, and then everybody just went home.
And then the other two teams
Got
that
to go to the playoffs.
yes got to go to the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I still.
There's rules in place now for that
Good.
situation.
Thank
but
you.
I wish it would have been last year, but we're going to carry that with us, and then that's going to be our motivating factor for this year. So.
And it was still a great season.
Oh,
I've said
yes,
it. Mini
definitely.
tournament or no mini tournament, and you guys, it like you said, it took a few years to get to that point. Now I watched you a few years ago. I remember you beating Lubbock Cooper at your field. I think Haley Sotelo was a freshman, maybe.
She was.
And
yes.
you guys had it going, and then it kind of hit the wall. Now,
Yes.
your district, you got to be ready to play.
We start district next
Yep.
Tuesday.
And not just this year, but
Yeah.
so you senior? No, you're a senior.
Senior,
So
yes.
you get to come back next year when you're in a 10-team district where, like,
It's gonna be chaos.
You jump right
Yeah.
into district.
Yes.
So, well, you girls, you guys share the microphone there, pass it back and forth. By the way, folks know that listen. I've got a daughter that goes to Lubbock High. I'm very partial to Lubbock High gear. And actually, I should have had Jose Perez has got a shirt that he was supposed to get. I should have had him give it to you. Coach talked about the mini tournament still kind of stings, kind of stuck in your gullet a little bit. How did that help you kind of motivate you in the off season, get you ready for this year?
I think it kind of just
Hold that
brought
up real close. Make
I
sure Mom
think-
and Grandma can hear you.
I think it kind of just brought a fire to our team. We were really hyped up for beating Monterey and sweeping Caprock, and then going to that tournament, things just got a little flaky for us playing Monterey. So it just brought a bigger fire to our team to want us to help us want to do more this season.
I forgot that detail, that you guys split with Monterey, hadn't beat Monterey in a while, and then swept Caprock and somehow
We're left out of the playoffs. Yes.
That doesn't make sense. What about you? How much did it kind of get you going when you got up in the morning in the summer to get ready for this season?
At first, I was like a little bit upset. Obviously, who wouldn't be? It was hard, but going into the off season, I was excited because I knew I still have years ahead of me. So I'm not gonna dwell on it. I'm just gonna keep moving forward and just keep pushing because I know we can get there again. And with the team we have right now, I have really high hopes for us, actually.
Yep, because you have a lot of girls back. What is the number of girls back that were on that team?
We have 11 that were on the team last year.
And how many that were starters? And Haley's gone, right?
No, Haley.
Okay.
This is Haley's senior year.
All right. See, that's why
Yes.
I know Haley's back. I know Leah's back. She's done with basketball after last night.
Yes.
I remember having her on here right about this time last year when they were getting ready to go play Plainview for a playoff spot, and she reminds me of that she thinks I jinxed them. So you have some players back. I've got a list here that we'll go through when we come back. We're coming up on the first break. We're talking Lubbock High Lady Westerner softball in the first segment of the High School Fan Zone. We'll be back right after this on 100.7 The Score.
Diving headfirst into Lubbock High athletics. You're listening to the Westerner Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Welcome back in. This is the second segment of the Lubbock High Lady Westerner softball high school fan zone. That was a lot to say. I should have just said Lady Westerner fan zone. That's easier. Before we went to break, we were talking about who Daniela and Lubbock High has back. These two, obviously. Leah Rainier is coming back, and she last year was outfield and catcher. She split time.
She did spend a little bit of time catching, but mostly outfield.
And her and in my head, I can still not necessarily see it, but hear it. Her and Peyton Fainer running into each other out Lubbock Cooper.
Yes.
That was a loud collision.
That was.
And
but they both got up, and they.
Yes, they did. And they both had some scars from it.
Oh, yes.
Peyton's folks are friends of my wife. She taught little sister.
Oh, yeah.
So she may have taught Peyton, now that I think about it. And then, okay, those two are back. These two are back. Those two are back. I was wrong. Haley Sotelo is back, and she was like an iron horse on the mountain or in the circle for you guys last year. She threw a lot of innings.
Yes, she did.
Is that the plan again, or have you found some more girls to help her out?
So we have found some more girls to help her out. We have another pitcher, senior pitcher that came to us this year, and then we have a freshman pitcher as well, 2 freshman pitchers as well. So we're a little bit more equipped now than we were last year. So it's been better for everybody.
That was maybe the one thing that kept you from getting a little bit, not having to go to a mini tournament.
Right.
So I'll throw this out for you two, since you were around last year and you're back this year. Last year, you guys could really swing the bats. You added some pitching, it sounds like. What is this team going to be good at starting tomorrow when things become official?
For me, I have a lot of confidence in us in every field. All of our team can bat. All of us can field. We all have a lot of fire in us this year. We want to make it to the spot in the playoffs this year and not just have a little mini tournament with everybody. But I think we're strong in all aspects. All of us aren't good at one thing. All of us are good at everything, I think. And this year we also have a great team dynamic. All of us love each other like sisters. And I think it's going to be a pretty good season for us.
Yeah, like Clarissa said, we both have like we all have great chemistry. Like this year is actually like we've grown a lot. There was times where like we bumped heads a lot, but this year we actually are seeing eye to eye. We've had many team hangouts, so I think our chemistry is a lot better this year. Our hitting, it's been a little rocky these past few scrimmages, but I know like individually once we get there, we're gonna get there, and I feel like we're gonna get there pretty quickly as well.
All right, I'm going to embarrass Coach here a little bit. I know I did this once last year. What year is this for you?
6.
So this like the program is well established now. These are girls who have not only played for you, but before they got to Lubbock High, they knew they were going to be playing for you. Both of you girls, how big an impact has Coach made the last couple of years in particular to get you guys to kind of ascend?
For me, I started off on JV, and Coach just kind of helped me push myself to get a spot on varsity. So my first 2 years, I played on JV, but Coach always helped me out, always pushed me to be the best player I could be, and eventually I got to where I could be on varsity. So she's just made me become more of a confident player, made me feel better in myself as a player overall.
My confidence at first was like honestly pretty rocky. It still gets there sometimes, but I feel like Coach really helps me like when I'm feeling down. She knows, and she like pushes me because she knows what I can do on and off the field. So I feel like she's really helped me with my confidence.
So to pull the curtain back, Daniela played at Coronado when we were mentioning the legendary J.J. Johnson, and J.J.'s a good friend of mine. Something he told me is that you coach as close to him as any of the other young coaches who have kind of come through that he tutored. Knowing he said that, that's got to make you pretty proud, because that dude could coach some softball.
Oh yeah, for sure. I call him, he's my softball dad. So that's, if I need advice, that's who I call. If I need help with the lineup, I'm like, help me figure this out. Or if there's, sometimes after games, I'm like, this umpire made this call, is this the right call? So he's just always been there, and I know I can count on him for anything.
I will say this, from having him behind me in Plainview, I don't know that he'd be the first guy I'd call about an umpire, because he was fired up.
Yeah.
He was fired up in the press box behind me
Yes.
at the mini tournament. I was afraid, I was holding the door to make sure he couldn't go out. Have you guys met Coach Johnson?
I have not.
He's allowed to come and talk to Lubbock High. He didn't have to wear a disguise or anything, does he?
No. He'll be there this weekend. So
Oh, yeah.
he keeps track of these guys.
Yeah,
They just don't know it.
I'm curious how many games he gets to this weekend, and I haven't counted how many games. I'll go through the Lubbock High schedule tomorrow. Tomorrow at you guys call it Lady Westerner Field?
Well, Westerner Field, but yes,
Okay,
we'll call it
that's
Lady Westerner
one of my
Field.
favorite places. It's a long story, but my older daughter, I used to carry her in my little car seat. She used to come to the games with me there. Tomorrow, Shallow Water and Lubbock High at 11 a.m. This is the varsity games. Shallow Water and Lubbock High at 11 a.m., Shallow Water and Monahans at 1 p.m., and then Monahans and Lubbock High at 3 p.m. at Westerner Field. Let me get down here. And you guys come back Friday against Odessa High. That's one I highlighted on here because that was a pretty fun, competitive game last week. But there's softball all over town the next 3 days, the First Pitch Classic. Thank you, ladies, for coming in. We'll have you again on in the spring once we get to that part of the season. So we'll be back in the Mustang Fan Zone right after this on 100.7 The Score.